They have to take Alseid out, and we still hit for 2. Plus we gain a bunch of life. They cannot play their adventure cards thanks to our Drannith Magistrate. And this is going absolutely swimmingly. I would just take a Hushbringer to shut up this Henge draw. That'd be cool. So that basically puts them down to only 4 cards available. And they just realized that the Magistrate blocks them out. And that was a Mythic player, Salty Orange. What are you doing in play queue, brah? Hey everybody, welcome back and thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. Today we are partaking in The Great Party. The Great Henge, in my opinion, is one of the strongest cards within the game right now. It's a 9-drop, costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. You can tap it, grab 2 green to your pool, gain 2 life, and most importantly, whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature and draw a card. Now that drawing of the card is the most powerful part of the Great Henge, in my opinion, because we have a lot of low CMC creatures that will play, and a low land total in general, so the creatures will draw more creatures that will draw more creatures, and it's going to be a good time. So we are playing obviously with the party mechanic, trying to get up to a full party. We have a lot of things to utilize once we're there, and to help us get there. First and foremost, the Tajuru Paragon, a 3/2. It's also a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard, so it's going to fill the space of whatever it needs to help complete your party. It's a 3/2. You can kick it for 3, so a total of 5. And when it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, reveal the top 6 cards of your library. You may put a card that shares a creature type with it from among them into your hand, and then the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So obviously it has to be a cleric, rogue, warrior. You're looking at the top 6, and you can pull one of them out, which is better than it sounds. It's expensive, but it's better than having untapped mana mid-game and late game. So as far as filling our party goes, that's one of the easiest ways to do so is the Paragon. We've got, of course, a variety of rogues, clerics, and wizards within the deck. Starting out with 2 Blightblades. This is a 1/1 rogue with Death Touch, just to fill that role. We've got 4 copies of the Archpriest of Iona, another 1-drop. Its power is equal to the number of creatures in our party, so this can become a 4/2, which is pretty cool. And then at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you do have a full party, target creature gets +1/+1 and gains flying until the end of turn. So we can put that on ourselves, and by that I mean the Archpriest of Iona or another creature that we control. And potentially, if we have a full party, Archpriest can attack as a 5/3 with flying, which is insane. 4 copies of Alseid of Life's Bounty. Now this is one creature that does not fulfill the party archetype, but it is quite nice because you can protect some of your more important pieces. It's a 1/1 with lifelink. We can sacrifice it to give target creature or enchantment we control protection from the color of our choice until the end of turn. Maybe you need to get in with a little bit more damage and your opponent has defenders. You can not only use Alseid defensively to protect yourself from their removal from the interaction, but you can use it offensively before you attack to give your creature protection from their color of blockers, and then they can't block. Into our 2-drops, we've got 4 copies of the Drannith Magistrate, a 1/3 wizard, and when your opponent casts spells, they can only do so from their hands. If it's from anywhere else other than their hands, they cannot do so. So this shuts down all of the adventure cards, which is really, really cool. 4 copies of Luminarch Aspirant, a 1/1, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, which is amazing. So that's going to help us reduce the cost of the Henge every single turn. Plus, it's a cleric to help fill out our party. Into the Seasoned Hallowblade, a 3/1 warrior, again filling our party out. We can discard a card to tap it, also giving it indestructible until end of turn. This is great just to survive the removal, any awkward combat engagements. We talked about the Paragon. Into our 3-drops now, we've got 2 copies of the Setessan Champion, and I don't know if you guys are familiar, but this is actually a warrior, and this deck is already completed. We already done it, but we took this into account, and let me tell you what, you guys, in the following days I've got a very, very special deck for you that revolves around Setessan's Champion and the party mechanic. It's in here just for spice. It's a little extra draw if you can get your Alseids on top of it, plus it's a warrior to fill you out, which is quite nice. So stay tuned for more on Setessan's Champion. We also have 4 copies. You have to have 4 copies, let's be honest, of the Skyclave Apparition, a 2/2, exiling a target permanent with converted mana cost 4 or less that your opponent controls. When it's removed from play, they'll gain an XX, where X is the converted mana cost of the permanent that you snagged. Obviously, it will be 4 or less. Into our 4 drops, we've got 2 copies of the Squad Commander, a 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white warrior creature token for each creature in your party. So you can create up to 4 1/1s, which is pretty cool. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. That is the key line of text within this. To gain indestructible and be able to attack without consequence is absolutely amazing. And because we're going so wide, it will make sure that we don't lose, attackers on the block interaction, and we're going still around those blockers, getting damage around, which is cool. Speaking about getting damage around, we have a 4/3 with flying via Legion Angel, and when it enters the battlefield, we can pull a copy of it from our sideboard, putting it into our hand. And of course, we do have 3 additional copies in our sideboard, so that will be a continual route of angels, which is really nice. And then a single copy of Tazri, Beacon of Unity, a 5-drop that costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. This is a really nice way to utilize a full party other than having the Archpriest of Iona. It's a 4/6, and we can pay, as little as 4, as many as 8 to look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, Wizard, and Ally cards from among them, putting them into your hand, and the rest in the bottom of your library in random order. So, it's not bad. It's not great. If you can get it out for 4, sure, that's amazing. In this situation, we're not. We would be paying 6 for it, which is expensive. 7, actually, mind you. So, probably not using that too often. And of course, finally, the Great Henge, which we already talked about, coming full circle with 4 pathways. We've got 7 forests and 11 plains. So that's the deck. We are trying to balance having enough creatures while maintaining value on the back end. And that's very hard to do within aggro decks right now. Thankfully, the Skyclave Apparition makes that a possibility within white. So you're not just spending your whole turn exiling a creature, you are actually exiling something and getting a creature, so you can continue to play that aggressive role. That is the deck, your general strategies to get a full party, bash in with everybody, right? Get your Archpriest in the air, get your Angel in the air, take their blockers with the Apparition, get your Commander out, everybody gains indestructible, potentially your Henge gets out once Luminarch Aspirant pushes up one of your creatures high enough that it balances with your mana for that turn, and you should have no problem smashing your opponents down. So we actually got some cool games within the play queue today versus Mythic players, so that's great. So later in this season, we see a lot of Mythic players drop from Mythic and start utilizing the play queue because they only want to run certain decks within a rank to make sure that they're performing at their highest while still having fun within the game. So that's what we're doing right now. We are sitting at roughly 96%, 97%, looking to climb into that top 1500th this weekend. So every day we do our best to climb up a couple percentages consistently and continue to make brand new decks for you guys 2 a day on YouTube within the play queue. So I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to a friend, and of course join our Discord via the Linktree link. It's got everything you're going to want within that. For more information, we've got a 500k gem giveaway, free cash prize tournaments. I talk about it all the time, but you still need to know because people ask me every single day. And of course, support financially if you can afford to do so on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, and our Amazon link. Exclusive content for our YouTube members, so get in on that. Thanks again, enjoy the deck, and we'll talk to you in a few minutes with some exciting news. All right, 2 lands. We have our Git. Turn 1, Alseid's really nice. Obosh Adventure, so the Drannith Magistrate might actually be really nice. They're going to be dealing lots of damage, so let's grab as much life as we can out of the gate. Hopefully we pull a 3rd land of Plains and double drop. Paragon in play. Let's still go after life. I don't think there's any flash. No, we're good. Making sure there's no blue available, right? They had a little bit, but I don't know how they combo that with green. Mammoth in play. I mean, that's not bad. Still, they've not played any adventures yet, so I think we're fine to push our blade in. Alseid can still swing in. And admittedly, I believe so can our Paragon. That's 7 damage. They want to keep that Mammoth alive. Ending our turn. We need a wizard. Or a warrior. A rogue. Wizard or a rogue? Let's do wizard. We need a land is what we need. Preferably plains. Nice henge. 4 mana still available. Could even be a cleave. Actually, no, sorry. That's only 5, not 6. Bean Daddy in play. It's a good blocker. Oh no, that's Fertile Footsteps they're using. Up to 9. They can't attack because we'll smash them in return. Interesting. They got a Bone Crusher Giant they want to use. Obviously it goes on the Luminarch. Put it on the Hallowblade. Put it on the Hallowblade. Attack us. I double dog dare ya. Alright, our turn. Where's the land? That's not it. Okay, aggro city, right? That's almost lethal. 1 away. We're up to 34, so we can take some punishment. And where's our land? You winning a game on 2 lands? Hey, no big deal, right? Wow, that's good. They've got the henge as well, which actually I forgot about. So they gain a lot of life, and that's so sad. We still have lethal here if they don't drop a 2-drop to kill our Luminarch. No hesitation, no surrender. Look at that, it's a land! Woo! Now we're gonna get going. Alright, so we tap it. Let's test the champion for now. Which is good for them. They have to take Alseid out, and we still hit for 2. Plus we gain a bunch of life. They cannot play their adventure cards thanks to our Drannith Magistrate. And this is going absolutely swimmingly. I would just take a Hushbringer to shut up this henge draw. That'd be cool. So that basically puts them down to only 4 cards available. And they just realized that the Magistrate blocks them out. And that was a Mythic player, Salty Orange. What are you doing in play queue, brah? Okay, let's get up to it. Did you guys know Setessan Champion is a warrior? Woo! That fills one of our party roles. And that is a very good card to do so. Green, I don't think they've got removal, so... but I also don't think that they're playing just green because they wouldn't have played their Gambreak first if they had a forest. They're top-decking land, that means? Or they misplayed. Either way, that's just fine for us. Yup. So we have two massive high-value creatures within the cleric and the warrior, and you know, it's just I just wish the apparition was ooh, nice. I guess it just does exactly what we needed to. They just said thanks. And now we're gonna get a cleric in play as well, so 3 out of 4 roles are now filled. And again, the Archpriest of Iona is in this case the lowest priority creature to remove, but again, so strong. Sploosh. That was a platinum player as well. All right, we're going first. Loving it. Let's get protection for our priest out first. Ooh, that's interesting. Take our hit. Hopefully they're not mono white life gain. Oh, of course it is. Let's just take Daxos. I mean, it would be nice to take Heliod as well, but let's just go with what we've got. So we're losing our Archpriest. Interesting. The kicker would be for 5, which we only have 4, so that's not happening. Two out of 4 here. Ooh, Skyclave's on the speaker. It's really good. Doesn't have vigilance at least. And we can deal more damage on the backswing than they can gaining life on their swing. Sploosh. A second copy. So the speaker is also a cleric, which is a lot of fun. And then a Heliod. Alright, we need another apparition off the top. Oh, it organically has vigilance. I forgot about that. That's gonna be bad. Oh, that's gonna be so bad. It's gonna cost us the game. Sploosh. If the symbol's not there, it doesn't have it. Only this one has it. This one just has whatever that 3-dot ability is. They're up to 21 here. Even if we top deck a land, it's still hopeless. I'm pretty sure. An apparition. But then at that point, do we take the speaker when we need to take Heliod? It's just not good. That's definitely gonna be it. Up to 26 here, so they get close. They need 27. We get one chance. And even then, they can just re-equip their Skyclave. No. Good game. Ouch! Well, I mean, if we can top deck lands, I believe. All right, a little bit of wait here. It's a good time for you guys to all like the video, right? Oh, let's do some background work while we wait. Yeah, we definitely should record a few more matches here, I feel like. And hopefully they go a little bit quicker than this. Which guy's favorite pet? You can comment that down below while we wait as well. Is it this Peaceful Puff or the Black Lotus? I'm all Lotus. When this thing launches, yeah, boom! A couple little spores get going, and we're ready to play. You know, I wonder if they're here or not. They are, perfect. Okay, so the game is rolling. You're just thinking about that opening hand. Man, do we need some land. Por favor. Come on. Come on. Well, I mean, at least we can play it. Hallowblade can survive their wipe, which, you know, is inevitably coming. And it also fills a party roll. We just need a wizard off the top. Wizard or a rogue, which we have no rogues main deck other than, you know, the one and only Paragon. There's a 1-drop rogue you can use within green. Man, that exile's nice. If they wipe, we'll get a 2/2. We'll grab another here. Let's just push in. Push, 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 push. That's good if they wipe it, because now we, like, the 2/2 we get will be eliminated. But still, they're going to use their whole turn to wipe, and we still hit for 3. Looking for any form of land. Birth, another wall, which is not great. It's also another plains for them to 4, which is shatter-worthy. Okay, so we get in for... Oof. For 2. So the borrower on the token signifies to me that they don't have a wipe. Are you serious? Must be nice. We have a 41% chance to draw land, and we refuse to do so every single turn. Wow. Well, that's gonna hurt. That's a good draw for them. I would love to draw 3 cards. Maybe one of them would be a land. Yes! Taking Gadwick. No attacks. I like how the mountain goes over top of Gadwick. That's how you know it's a 3-dimensional stage. I like how our exile pile makes like a little vortex in the river as well. It's way cooler to have it on the river. They're thinking it through. Okay, taking our apparition. There's no oh, they've got an apparition for them to take. Grody. Okay, let's just ride off the angels. Maybe it'll help us. No! Ouch. Holy, 3 land in our opening hand. A little bit better than that. There's also 3 Archpriests of Iona. Woo! We're gonna get after it here. They're playing slow. That means they've got removal though with Is It colors. They might just scoop when they see this. We need warriors. And our Paragon for the rogue. We have wizards. Oh, riddle form. Number 6. If we top deck a warrior, it would be 9. Alright, so wizard's gone. This thing's not blocking now, we know. We can go blade first, it's stronger. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I feel kind of bad here. They can't remove the blade. And we can take that riddle form. They can counter it, which will trigger riddle form. That's going to be their best play. Alright, Bone Crusher Giant. Takes one of our Archpriests. How dare you! You should be ashamed of yourself. Alright. Now that's actually aggravating. I don't care. And you attack. That's great. Oof. Oof. Down to 1. Ready to Skyclave. They're playing with Giants and Borrowers as well. This is a tuned up version of Is It spells. Another Scorching Dragonfire. So you guys want to know what I think? I think that our opponent has been casting these spells that are all instants on sorcery speed, and they've been attacking with the riddle form, when in turn, I think they should be leaving riddle form out of play. When I go to attack, then they remove one of our creatures, then riddle form comes out, which can chump block another one. I'm just saying, I think someone forgot to watch our video on this deck. And they're totally tapped. They would have been dead anyways. Apparition isn't a spell, so that's game. Well, alrighty, let's get after it. No one drop. I mean, Tazri's in hand. That's sometimes fun. Oh, mono red's disgusting. So we're gonna go in with our blade first, then our Luminarch, just so it can at least help out a little bit. If there's no removal, we should be able to trade. Or, you know, better yet, just discard something. Oh no, they're going to 5. So do we take the damage, or do we discard? I think we discard. We already have a warrior. Alright. Blade grabs indestructible. Just kind of negates the damage. Which is good. Rimrock Knight in play. Our turn. Let's still go with our Luminarch. Push it onto our blade. And we need this blade to become the strongest thing they've ever seen. We can have it survive. Tazri's a good drop. If not, we can still drop it. It's just more expensive. There could be a cleave. Which would hurt. Primal Might. Not good. We're gonna discard our champion again. Or we take the damage, kill the Rimrock Knight. Down to 13. Keeping their attackers low, so cleave costs more. Let's go for it. Tazri, I believe in you. Watch there be a Fable Passage into a cleave. Okay, just a Love-Struck Beast. Acceptable. I wish I had a Drannith Magistrate out! Oh, lovely. No attacks, sadly. We can double block things, right? A lot of their adventures useless here. Oh, the Great Henge, the world's greatest card. I have one of those. I would love to pull it. Right? That'd be so cool to pull our Great Henge. El Serpentino. Good play. Interesting. We already have a warrior. But, yeah, still good. The 2/1/1s. But that Henge is going to help them go wider than we could ever hope to go. So what we need is, you know, the Drannith Magistrate. That could be good. So we've got the world's biggest attack coming in here. We have chump blocks, but you know, there could be that cleave. And we will get smashed if there is. That is for certain. Let's get this cleave out of the way. Lovestruck Beast is going to hit us for an unlimited amount, I feel like. Yeah. Loving it. Really? They want to get the kill on Tazri. They hit for 12, we block 9 of it. So, we only take 3 damage here. They should have waited for me to do that. They already have enough value that it doesn't matter, so. Because we were going to do it. Oh, and they had a trample over there, so we took another 2 points of damage. Good game. The Henge, I'm telling you guys, so powerful. Woof. So, I'll let you guys know how this story went. We're gonna make, you know, a party Selesnya deck that's aggro based. That was our main goal. Halfway through this, we discover Setessan Champion. It's a warrior, and it's got massive value. Admittedly, there's not a lot to take advantage of it within the deck because you need so many creatures. Well, I don't even want to talk about it. It's so good. You guys are gonna have to maybe wait and see. We're talking about a Constellation party deck within Bant colors, and you know, it is so much fun. And you know, that's why I love Magic. It's like I would have never thought of that deck when to build that deck, but because going through this, building this deck, looking at cards, discovering things that I do know about, but then they re-pop up, you know, in front of my awareness or whatever, that reminds me of other things, and now we go on tangents, and now we're discovering new things that we would have never ever gone into before. So there's some really exciting videos for you guys coming up. Don't forget to obviously subscribe to the channel so you're notified of that. Hit the bell icon as we started to give away code rewards on our lives twice a day on YouTube. So check that out if you're looking for some in-game codes, and you can get everything from 1,000 gems to individual card rewards. So again, thank you for your time and attention, support if you can, and share the channel to a friend. And yeah, I guess we'll see you later.